Hey all and welcome back to Arcade Spirits. I'm Agent of Mischief. Today we're going to be playing level 4 player versus player. Let's jump on in, shall we? It is the future year 20 bleep, and this is my hour. Max has come and gone, and we're hoping a good number of folks we've reached out to will be there today at my big event. Funplex Rising. This is a make or break moment for me. My chance to put the Funplex on the map. My chance to make something out of this job. Make something more of this job than a 9 to 5 vacuuming the carpet and looking for missing ski balls. My chance to prove to myself that I can do this. Everybody's counting on me to bring in the customers and keep them coming back for more. Without that, we're constantly at risk of the Funplex shutting down. So no pressure or anything. Here I am in the break room, psyching myself up, watching the clock. Once the little hand hits the 10 and the big hand hits the 12, Funplex Rising is to go. I don't want to be nervous. I don't want to be freaking out like I was at Max. I want to face this with absolute confidence. But well, sadly, I'm me and not someone else. And those old instincts to assume that everything will go wrong, those feelings are still hanging on.
Ooh.
5 minutes and counting. Are you excited? 'Cause I'm really, really excited. I'm something. Something is good. We can work with being something. Breathe, Raven. You're gonna do just fine. Remember to smile and have fun with it. I attempt my best smile. It comes out as a rictus grin of terror. Well, if you're going for creepy slasher smile, then you nailed it. While you work on perfecting that, I'm gonna go get my Pinky the Flamingo on. Don't forget to breathe. 10 o'clock. Time to do this. You can do this, Raven. And you know what? Even if the family curse makes you feel miserably and crash and burn, at least you can say you took an honest whack at it. You'll never succeed if you don't at least take a few whacks. With that settled, I push through the door and out into the arcade. Let's be honest, we'll probably get maybe a dozen randos anyway. No big deal, right? And that is not a dozen randos. There's considerably more than a dozen randos. Wait, why am I panicking? This is a good problem to have. We wanted a big crowd for this event. Okay, it's more folks to wrangle, but I can do this. I can do this. I step out in front of the crowd, waving for attention. Hey! Hey everyone! Briefly I look down to make sure I'm wearing pants, unlike my nightmares about public speaking. Welcome everyone to Funplex Rising at Francine's Arcade Funplex. We've got some awesome things in store for you today. I'll go over the basics, then we can get this party started. First, the token machines will be spitting out extra tokens when you buy $5 or more of them, so make the most of it. Second, this is just Comfort Tournament. We're streaming it live on Queen Bee's channel. Sign-ups are at the prize desk. See the giant pink flamingo for details. Third, a high score contest for nearly every other game in the arcade. Register your 3-letter initials to Gavin at the desk to join in. Whoever holds the top score at the end of the day gets a trophy and tokens. We're planning a monthly high score challenge leaderboard, so let's get that started. Fourth, for those of you participating in the cosplay contest, your outfit looks great and check in with Ashley about the details. Fifth, I can't confirm the rumors. We're going to have magical moon cuties playable on the floor today. The Funplex is home to the indies. Finally, in a few minutes, I'll be revealing our new rare game. Only a few prototypes were ever made, and today you'll get to play one of them. All those things were on the flyers and the promotional websites and so on, meaning the point-by-point was kind of redundant. They're ready to go. But I should pump the crowd up a bit, get them excited. Can't half-ass this either. You have my respect and gratitude. Thank you for coming. Each one of you is passionate enough about the arcade scene to take time out of your day and join us at the Funplex. For that, you have my gratitude. We're a little mom-and-pop small-time arcade. We know there are bigger, glitzier arcades out there, but today we're going to show you we can match them pound for pound. We hope you have a blast today and that you keep coming back for more. Your support will help us grow, and I promise you I'll do everything I can to make it worth your while. So that said, let's get right to what we came here for. The games, the contests, the challenges. This is Funplex Rising. Welcome. Yep, that got him excited. Right, okay, now it's time to reveal our new rare game and get the show underway. Gavin and Naomi wheel the tarp-covered game out from the back room. Excitement builds in the crowd as it's pushed into place. My friends, I give you Phrase Invaders, an incredibly rare Japanese import where you must accurately type words to shoot down alien invaders. Crowd's reaction is immediate. It exists? I've only heard of it spoken in myth and legend. I must play this game immediately. Well, one at a time. A good portion of the crowd bum rushes the game, eager to be the first ones to get their hands on those clacky old keyboards.
Sweet.
I knew it. I knew that game would be a hit. See? See? Well, today's event drew a very hardcore audience. Whether or not a rare Japanese import draws consistent profit over time during normal operating hours remains to be seen. Sheesh, why do you always have to poop in our ice cream, Gavin? Just let us have this. My nerves unwind somewhat on seeing everybody ready to go. Maybe today will work out just fine after all. With the event underway, folks set off to sign up for the high score challenges, the FOD tournament, FOD tourney, or just to go play some games. As for me, I work my way through the crowd and check back to the desk. One last thing, checking in with our VIPs before they dive headfirst into the storm. Teo's manning the stage to encourage folks to get silly on the dance floor. Percy's preparing for his Moopy run. Queen Bee's ready to face her first opponent. I know I can rely on the staff, but in a lot of ways the gamers are our star talent of the day. It's their event, I need to support them. For starters, I wave over Teo. Everything set for today's dancing, Teo? In Teo fashion, he winks and gives me a thumbs up.
Absolutely.
Ready to rock, but can't stop to chat. Running the stage is my focus for the next few hours. It's going to take every ounce of social juice I can squeeze out. If you're new to me, check me out during the lunch break, K? Phrasing and K. Percy, world record time. You up for this? Absolutely. Whoa, okay, he definitely looks focused today, not his usual softly smiling self. Naomi set up a little camera to record the whole thing. When I defeat the record, I submit it as a new high score to defeat. A culmination of years of effort, all coming to a head. The pressure's well and truly on, isn't it? I can always try another day, yes, but this isn't for me. I mean, it never was for me, but today is also for you. For the Funplex, you mean? For you. Spin is more than a way to put the Funplex on the map. It's like your own personal high score attempt. Chasing your dream, always grasping, just out of reach. I'd hate to let you all down. Morale improvement systems online, in the encouraging cans. Win or lose, your sister will be proud of you today. Percy, I know how much this game means to you, how much it meant to your sister as well. But trust me on this, our loved ones care for us regardless, no matter where they are now. And even if she don't make the score today, she loves you. I know she'd be proud. Quite right, quite right. I'm glad to told you about her, Raven, that I shared my pain with you. Today I'll turn that pain into joy, by conquering Moopy in her name. Very well, for Stella, for myself, for you, and for the Funplex, I shall give it my all. Percy offers a quick salute and then marches off to war with Mr. Moopy's magic maze, having a seat on his stool to begin the run. Next up, checking in with...
What the
Raven, what the bleep? Hey, ready for the tournament? No, I am not ready in the slightest. Not for this, not for him. Subtle nod, she indicates a fairly nondescript fellow with t-shirt and jeans. Standard gamer gear. There's an unusual design in the back of his jacket, like some wide-eyed fanged oni? This is a local event, right? Funplex Regulus, City Scrubs, and a couple of cosplay otaku from Max? Yes, that's what it is. Then why the bleep is the demon here? The who?
Hey, listen.
No, on the western shores as the demon, and in his home island of Japan as Kami. He's the top-rated Fist of Discomfort player in the world. As for your question, Miss B, I invited him. What?
Ooh.
You asked me to handle invitations for the tournament, remember? As part of my helpful assistance in setting up Funplex Rising. Honestly, I was surprised he accepted my invitation. All the other top-rated pros turned it down flat. He even flew here from Japan on his own dime. Yen, isn't that nice of him? Raven, did your magical phone fairy just put me dead in the crosshairs of the greatest player who ever lived? Maybe will go with yes. Sorry? I am bleeped. I am so completely bleeped. Queen Bee can't be losing morale now, and I can't have my friends so frantic over this. Plus, this is one of the main events, and she's in top fighting form. She's an all-star entertainer. Plus, this is one of the main events, and when she's in top fighting form, she's an all-star entertainer. I've got to pump her up. That means you've got this. You know his moves. So you've seen him in action before. That means you know what he's going to do before he does it. Top-rated players are the ones in the true crosshairs. This is your chance to take down the demon, Queen Bee. I know you can do this. She squeaks out a smile, but it's not her usually radiantly confident grin. Yeah, true.
Well.
Okay, I've watched hundreds of his matches. I'll do this. Here goes nothing. She marches off to join the tournament. I'm getting a sinking feeling. Did I make a mistake?
My calculations estimated that having a top player would bring in at least 150% more attendance. I mean, I was just trying to help this event be the best it could be.
You did fine, Iris. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, Iris. I asked you to invite star players to hype the event to the moon, and that's what you did. And even if the demon beats Queen Bee, well, the Funplex wins.
Even so, I feel kind of bad, but it's good that I feel bad, right? That I'm not making a purely quantitative analysis of the situation.
Humans are rarely purely quantitative.
Exactly.
That, oddly enough, cheers her up a bit. Right, that's everybody squared away. For the next few hours, it's Floor Attendant Raven on duty, making sure Funplex Rising soars like an eagle, rather than a turkey. By and large, the event runs itself, or rather, Teo, Ashley, Gavin, and Naomi keep it rolling. My job is to troubleshoot, and boy howdy is there trouble to shoot. Not an hour in and we've got problems. Even if they aren't major ones, I don't want even minor problems to mess up this event. Not even one glass of spilled milk. My stress level is so high that I might start bawling at the sight of it.
Beep, beep.
Beep, beep. Raven, can I be of assistance? I'd like to make things up to you after that invitation snafu. Currently, I'm detecting 3 problems for you to solve. Someone beating up a cabinet, a player loudly cursing at a game, and a crowd milling around the vending machines. As floor attendant and event manager, it's my duty to make things right. The crowd's already on edge from all the high-stakes competition. Where do I start, though? This gamer's busy smacking the side of a wild rider cabinet. The fake plastic motorcycle handles on the front of the game rattle each time. No, 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 this can't be happening. Sir? Sir? Sir, you're not allowed to hit the games? Plus, if Naomi saw this, he'd be as good as excommunicated. Oh, you're that person I got mad at when the fat dude wouldn't stop playing Moopy, right? Sorry, I've got anger issues, I'm trying to work on them. Would you look at this, of all the rotten luck? I got the top left score, I did it, and now the game's frozen, right after crossing the finish line. Honestly, I'm not surprised. Wild Rider is one of our most problematic games, constantly freezing or going splat. Naomi fixes it at least once a week. It's made in the early 2000 bleeps, with janky low polys and low protection values as a whole. I'm sorry for hitting the game. I guess that was pretty rude of me. But is there anything you can do to help me keep my score? I've got a real shot at winning this one. This guy rubs me the wrong way, but he seems sincere in his apology. And he's a paying customer today, despite claiming he'd leave forever, so I should keep that ball rolling. Let's see. I know this is a long shot, but Iris, is there anything you can do here?
I know.
Ooh, challenge. Don't worry, Raven. Iris is on the case. Meanwhile, please enjoy this recorded music. So do we just stand around and wait, or?
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for waiting. It took some doing, but I searched and found an exploit online for remotely hacking the scoreboard of Wild Rider. First, please reboot the game. Shrug, I go through the unplug and replug routine. After it boots, of course it's lost the score. Hacking through the game's built-in Wi-Fi now. Screen flickers and the player's time now appears at the top of the scoreboard. Whoa, amazing! Hey, seriously, I owe you and your magic phone, I guess. Right, I'm on to the next game to conquer. I'm going to send Naomi a fan-made firmware update, which closes the exploit. I doubt anybody would actually take the time to hack the Funplex's game, but better safe than sorry, right? Got it. Thanks, Iris. You've been a great help. Hooray! What should we tackle next? Of all the bleeping immature little Sunsiple, that mother bleeper! Whoa, settle down. Fortunately for me, the gamer recognizes me immediately thanks to my speech earlier, and also fortunately, she calms down considerably too. Bleep! Sorry. Glad you're here. I need your help. I mean, just look at this. Bleep! Curious, I take a look at the currently top scoring Qbert, which is registered to the initials ASS. Can you believe it? Somebody beat my top score, then put in joke initials just to ruin my day. I know exactly who did it, too. Steve. That son of a bleep. He's always pulling bleep like this just to mess with me. Hey, there he is. Steve, get your ass over here. Steve glances over and with a bemused smirk strolls on over to join us. Joy. Something wrong? Of course something's bleeping wrong. You stole my high score. Did I? Oh, hey, look at that. I guess I did. Sucks to be you, huh, Joy? And your initials are, because I know for a fact Gavin wouldn't have let you register for the high score competition as ASS. So I played a little joke. So what? That's still my score up there. I'm taking home that trophy tonight. Urge to kill rising, must control. Fist of death. If you've got a dispute, you can take it with Gavin at the prize desk. He's the judge, jury, and executioner for all things high score related. Already texted him for you. He's on the way. Gavin takes one look at the high scoreboard and frowns. Really? Really? And who exactly is Mr. Ass? Well, Gavin, that's technically WWE Tag Team Champ Badass Billy Gunn. But today it's just this guy right here, Steve. Good. Steve, you're out of the tournament. What? We can't wipe the game's scoreboard to get rid of your joke record, not without losing the real top score underneath it, meaning we're stuck with this for the day. Getting you out of my hair almost, but not entirely makes up for having to deal with that problem. But that's not actually my score. I was just joking. I didn't put ass in there. It was someone else. Raven. He claimed it was his until you showed up. So he's either a liar or a prankster. We're done here. Steve, you're out of the running. One more incident and you're out the door. I don't have to stay in here and take this crap. You don't want me here? I'll give my business to Deco's Palace. And off he goes. Wow, that's some arcade justice right there. Thanks so much. Happy to help, but if you don't mind keeping the swearing to a minimum, we got kids here. For you, anything. Pretty intense stuff, but the problem's solved. The problem's basically solved, even if Deco Nami's earning a few more quarters today. On to the next problem. Wait a second. Sloop back around to the center of the room. I can't help but notice two things. Percy's looking oddly irate, and Queen Bee is missing. My instinct says I should tend to our VIPs first and foremost. I don't think I can cover both of them in time, but I should help out at least one of them. Even if it leaves the last of the crowd problems twisting in the wind. I don't know. This is triage. Where should I focus? The crowd around Percy is decent, but not the mob scenes we're seeing around Fisted's Comfort or snack machines. Mostly curious onlookers watching Percy as he loses the game? I don't think I've seen a game over screen for Mr. Moopy's Magic Maze. Percy gives the joystick an angry smack before quickly pumping in another token and starting again. For that matter, I've never seen Percy actually angry. Even when his runs are going great, he's usually so chill about it all.
Oh, for sake.
Another first, hearing Percy swear. I gotta step in. He needs some team support. Hey, Percy, remember to breathe. In, out, in, out. You can do this. You've done this dozens of times before. He closes his eyes for a moment as the screen refreshes between two mazes.
Exactly. I've done this dozens of times before. Hundreds of times. So why am I actually losing? Blast it! I keep making stupid mistakes. Losing lives at an unacceptable rate. I should be building up a stock. A safety buffer for bad RNG manipulation runs, or for taking quick breaks. Instead, I'm barely keeping my head above water. Truthfully, this is my second game over today. If this was some glitzy showpiece run at Deco's Palace with the big names in retro score chasing play, I'd probably have shut down the whole show by now to save face.
It's early in the morning. You can forward a few mistakes, right? Possibly. Possibly not. A 3.5 million world record run will take hours. I'm not even sure there's enough hours left in the event, even if I was at peak performance.
Bloody hell. This isn't me. I should be better than this. I have to be better than this.
Oh, bugger it. From earlier, it's clear he felt that achieving his dream alongside mine was important to him. And that's not so small a matter of doing it in honor of his sister, honor, I suppose. He's British. First things first, you need to stop for now and calm down. Playing angry clearly isn't working. What can I do to help here? Very lightly, I rest one hand on his shoulder. My voice is firm, even if my touch is gentle. I think you need to step away for a minute. Find the minute for a breather. You only just started a new game. Surely a few minutes won't make or break things. Quite right. He steps away from the game and the crowd to take a breather. There's no point in throwing away games. I need to refocus myself. Quite right as always, love. Right, step 2. As much as it may hurt him to admit it, he just needs to accept the possibility that today just isn't the day. I've worked here long enough to know Percy's heart. He only finds peace in the game when he's at peace with himself. This pressure to succeed is too much. Percy, listen to me. Listen, please. Win or lose, we're proud of you. I'm proud of you. Your friends are proud of you. And you know that Stella is proud of you, too. Didn't you already give me this speech earlier? And is it any less true than it was this morning? I'm repeating myself. It's only because I need you to hear my words. I am proud of you. And I'll say it until you believe it, too. I suppose you're right. I'm letting no one down today by my poor performance. No one, except myself, really.
Rather unfortunate.
Would that I would simply take a mulligan and try again. Would that there was time. So winning the game while at Funplex Rising. No. Well, I'd love to do that, as I've noticed, yes.
Well,
It's complicated, and nothing you need worry yourself about. Percy, nothing to worry about at all. See, when you say things like that, I worry. It's like that dog sitting in a burning room saying this is fine. Pardon? Percy's apparently not hip to the memes of the youths, as he isn't old. Look, love, I'd stick around and chat, but I'm about to make this record. I should go back to it. Still, I'll try to take your words to heart. It's just another run, no more, no less. I have to see it that way, whether or not it's true. Now you've got an event to manage here. I can play my best knowing you're doing your best out here. You've got my word on that. Right.
Once more into the breach, Mr. Moopy?
He's back in the maze, zapping monsters, collecting treasures, looking for the exit, time and time again. Something nasty is brewing here. He doesn't show what's going on beneath the surface to just anyone. I learned about tragedies past, yes, but for others, a smile and a nod, nothing more. Not sure I liked that I'm now getting a smile and nod, nothing more, but I can't force it out of him. I'll check in with him later just to be safe. Half of Funplex Rising in the can, half to go. I've been running myself ragged trying to catch every little problem. There's still plenty left to do, but no sense not practicing self-care, too. It's time to get my lunch on. And while a nice quiet moment myself would probably help, what would help more would be a smidge of social interaction beyond crisis management. Percy and Queen Bee are obviously tied up in their own affairs, but everybody else should be open. Who can I lean on in my time of need? Tato's looking concernedly down at his phone. He collectively wipes his brow and exhales. Maybe Tayo would like to join me on a break. It seems we could both use a little energy boost. Appears to be a good time, too. The ever-present group of dancers is cleared away from the Showtime stage for the time being. Dancers need to refuel, too, I guess. Hey, Tayo, how's the dancing today? Every time I look over here, people are laughing and smiling. Oh, hey! They're rocking and grooving their hardest today. Our crowd might not have as many hoots and hollers and intense battles as Queen Bee's, but we've got more newcomers.
Hell yeah.
And we are totally killing it. That's great to hear. The fraction of me madly worrying about Showtime stage is calm, but the rest is still a mess of anxiety. You're too hard on yourself, Raven. Everyone, including you, is doing a fantastic job. Thanks, Tayo, but remember to take a break for yourself, too. In fact, have you eaten lunch yet? Nah, I haven't had the time. Seems now is the perfect time, then. I got a mighty hunger, and you're coming with me to whole story. How could I ever refuse you? Plus, I've got a mighty hunger too, and it's for more time with you. I'm utterly left speechless. And before I can find the words, Tayo continues on. And for some tasty cake. Okay, let's go do the thing with putting of the foods into our mouth holes. My companion fetches the table in the crowded cafe while I memorize our order and carry it forth to yon service counter. I make my way to the front of the line, trying to keep the lunch order neatly arranged in my brain despite all the chaos of today's event.
Well, look who's here.
I'm looking.
It's our favorite arcade wrangler.
Arcade minion? Arcade flunky? What's the right term?
Event manager, actually. You know, those flyers for Funplex Rising asked you to pass out? It's my baby.
Moving up in the world, I see.
A proud parent of a shiny arcade baby.
And yet, no invite for us to the baby shower.
Why, I feel snubbed.
But seriously, we couldn't be prouder of you. And to think, when you first walked in these doors, you were still trying to figure out your place in things.
Ben and I know a thing or two about finding your dream and sacrificing to make it happen.
Long hours, hard work,
Hard hours and long work, too.
struggling to make ends meet.
Having meetings to discuss how to end the struggles.
Can't imagine how difficult it must have been for you to get to where you are now.
It wasn't that difficult, honestly. I came up with a name, talked it up at Max, and that's it.
Oh, I'd be on the lookout for hidden costs on the back end then.
Speed bumps on the road of life to catch you unawares as you're soaring down the highway of success.
But if you wreck your $500,000 imported sports car of business triumph, we'll be there to drown your sorrows in coffee.
And donuts.
And donuts.
Don't forget the donuts, an essential component. Next order, please.
Shaking my head, I wander back to our table with the lunch in tow. I ended up ordering a massive amount of food. It's just amazing the stuff Ben and Matt have here beyond just whole enabled pastries. In my case, a grilled cheese sandwich, a cup of tomato soup, and a chocolate chip cookie for dessert. All this event managing has given me an unquenchable appetite, and I'm filling it with as many calories as I can look at. I'm pretty sure I've learned it, though. Sit across from Tato, I take a note of what he ordered. A hearty-looking salad, a bag of kettle chips, and a decadent slice of chocolate cake. All of this looks so delicious. 'Tis a feast set for royalty. By royalty, I mean me and you. We should just share it all. I'm not opposed to sharing. Just looking at that cake is making my mouth water. A splendid idea. As we chow down, though, one thing occurs to me that I wanted to ask him about all day. So, no regulars from your crew here today? It's great that we've got newcomers on stage, but we could have also used you guys putting on your expert moves for today's event. Sorry, Raven. Afraid that's on me. A simple scheduling problem, combined with short notice. Today's our monthly break day. I mean, folks come and go as schedules permit. Can't expect him to dance 8 hours a day, 7 days a week. But this is different. I mean, sure that every month we all take a full day break from each other to clear our heads, not just dance and recharge. No arcade, no game, no smooth moves, just a moment to reflect and enjoy the good things in life. Wow, that's actually a great idea. Too much of the same old stuff really dulls the mind. It keeps attendance up for all the other events. Less chance of a burnout that way. Next time you throw an event and I see the twinkle in your eye, you're planning more big events like this one, we'll be there. But for today, let's give Queen Bee and Percy their time in the spotlight. Okay, but we just still showed up today to dance. Teo looks away from him like guilty as charged. Why? When is your break? Teo waves his hand away, scoffing at the very idea of it. Simply put, I don't require a break. Seriously? Dedicated as you are to your crew, Teo, overworking yourself can be deadly. Not just physically, but emotionally and mentally, too. You said it yourself, break day is supposed to prevent burnout, yeah? You don't need to worry about me, Raven. Hey, you're a friend, of course I worry about you.
Oh, break day doesn't apply to me. I need to continue to work hard. You know, I built up this community from when it was nothing. I remember when it was just me and a few other players. And now look at it. We're not just a local crew. We're one of the biggest dancing game groups in the nation. We got it all. A social media feed, satellite groups, online vids to tutor the hopeful newcomers. You're only seeing the tip of this crazy iceberg. All of that depends on me. I gotta hustle. I can't let them down. I won't let them down. If this all fell apart, it would crush them. So if I stop, even for just a moment, I mean, who will be there to take over?
Your friends, Teo. Me. Ashley. Naomi. And yes, even Gavin. Huh? You take over my dance crew? No, I mean, look. We want to support you. You're part of the Funplex. You're not alone. First time, Teo, who always has a wisecracker smooth saying, is silenced by my words. Please never forget that. He lets a smile gently turn his lips. I know it's hard to trust others sometimes. For example, I've been leaning heavily on my Iris for this, despite having some recent trust issues with her. You don't trust your phone? It's a long story. My point is, you do so much for others. It's okay to let them do things for you, too.
You know, you're a true friend. Here I was supposed to take you out and hear about your life, and instead, we just talked about me the whole time. Man, I am the worst.
I know Taylor's just joking, but really, no one is as bad at dancing games as I am. You may be the worst friend, but I'm the worst at Showtime stage. So we're even. Oh, I wasn't gonna say it, but you took the words right out of my mouth. Now I was putting on the smooth moves. Taylor chuckles as he goes back to his normal self. I mean it. You really are a great friend, and I'm really impressed with your passion just now. Not many floor attendants would do that for their customers, but that's the Funplex for you, isn't it? I'm more than just a neatly stacked pile of quarters in your eyes. We all are. Until Gavin tells me to stop fraternizing with the neatly stacked piles of quarters, I'm good with treating you all like human beings. As entertaining as this has been, we really need to get moving. Time ticks and the Funplex calls. Rushing through the rest of our lavish meals, we wrap things up and slip back into the Funplex, almost unnoticed in all the noise and chaos of Funplex Rising. Next 2 hours pass quickly. With renewed confidence, Percy's deep into his world record run and performing admirably. He's intensely focused on that score, inching ever closer, while Queen Bee effortlessly destroys locals on the path to her inevitable showdown with the demon. Myself, I throw through it all, taking care of little problems while keeping an eye on both of them. But as the event winds up close, all eyes are on our 2 main events, and the very real possibility of our local heroes falling apart at the finish line. Technically, the arcade-wide score competition is still on, but the crowds are ignoring the games in favor of crowding around Fist of Discomfort and Moopy. Percy's been on a solid run since his earlier fumbles. Queen Bee's been effortlessly destroying all competitors, as expected. But the demon has been matching her game for game, destroying all his opponents as well. And as predicted, game finals will come down to Queen Bee versus the demon. As for the magical world of Moopy, Percy's closing in on that world record, with the tape rolling and ready to submit to Twin Galaxies. The pressure's on. I helped Percy through his frustration. I could be there for him at the end too, but undoubtedly the tournament has the bigger crowd. I might be needed there. I can't be there for both of them as much as I want to. Who do I focus on? Well, since we're going for Percy coming up next for our first actual proper date, Percy it is. Sorry, Queen Bee. I do love her, though. That's why I picked her first to romance on my own. But we won't be romancing her through this, so... kind of gotta ignore her a little bit. Sorry. I know our main event is just his comer, but Percy's having a difficult day, judging by how frustrated he was this morning. I want to be there for the end of his run. Good news is that he's closing in on the world record, approaching 3.5 million. A small crowd has gathered to watch Percy's progress. Not large crowd is the one around Fist of Discomfort, but Retro still has a following in 20. Bleep! Clearly. Almost there, you can do it! Gently push my way to the front of the crowd. Percy is deep in concentration as I see a bead of sweat slide down his brow. Which is I don't want to take his focus off of Moopy. Percy could use a little check-in. Almost there?
Almost there.
Mr. Moopy glides through maze after maze, point pressing by sticking around just long enough to grab all the dots, zap all the monsters just before exiting stage left. His expression is dead serious, absolute focus, in the zone. But I know once he retrieves the stream he's been reaching for, we'll get our happy Percy back from the zone. He's playing well, much better than this morning. Good to see. Any minute now, just a matter of minutes before the world record is his at long last. I'm almost... Percy? Almost. Something's wrong. Something is very wrong. It's not the look of someone in its own. That's the look of someone in actual physical pain. Percy's face becomes a sharp grimace as his hand clutches around the joystick hard enough to send Mr. Moopy down a dead end. His right hand clutches at his chest, every muscle in his body tightening, sweat's forming on his brow. If I didn't know any better, I'd think...
No, not now. Not now.
Oh no. Percy, your heart! Quickly, he grabs my jacket with the same ferocity he was grabbing at his shirt.
Please, just a few minutes. Don't do anything. Don't stop me yet. I can do this.
This is his dream finally realized. Defeat the high score. My dream is a spectacular event, one on which will make the Funplex soar. But neither of our dreams are worth his life. Iris, call 911. Hurry! On it! I'm sorry, Percy. We need to get you to a hospital. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Reluctantly, he lets go of the joystick, leaning heavily on the cabinet as Moopy dies 1,000 deaths. At least without the need to focus on the game, he's calmer. Don't blame yourself, please. It's not your fault. I just... Gah! Shh! An ambulance will be here soon. You'll be fine, I promise. Please. Don't make promises that are beyond your ability to keep. Gavin, can you help me? Nodding quickly, Gavin moves Percy's side, assisting me in getting him off the stool and lying down on the ground. Gavin takes a moment to strike the ever-growing crowd. Funny how emergencies always draw way more attention than the event itself. I need everyone to back away and give Percy some space. An ambulance will be arriving soon, and I need a clear path. Crowd murmurs, some of them feeling uncomfortable, wandering off to the Fisted Discomfort Finals, which are clearly wrapping up from the sound of it. Others make a clear path, but stand around watching and waiting. This isn't how I wanted it to end. It's not over. It's just over for now, okay? I'm with you. I'm here with you. Focus on me. We'll get through this. I suppose. Thank you. I'm sorry to burden you with this. A few minutes later, the ambulance approaches, and 2 EMTs rush into the arcade, rolling along a stretcher. I go with him, of course, because this is my fault. I'm the one who organized the event. I'm the one who pushed everybody past their limits, all in the name of making my dream a reality. I've been working hard to make what would have been a temporary job and a long string of temporary jobs into something more, something I can believe in, but I didn't stop to think of what that would cost me and everyone around me. I wasn't a blood relative, but Percy insisted I stay with him the whole way through the admission process. I was there when the doctor explained that the tremor had passed, and with emergency medication and an overnight observation period, he'd likely be released the next day. And even as visiting hours dwindled away, I stayed at his bedside. On the plus side, I'll be swimming in little pudding cups tonight, I suppose. It might be hard to sleep with all that free sugar. Truth be told, he's in better spirits than I am. I suppose you've sussed it all out by this point, haven't you? About your condition, it's the same one that took your sister, isn't it? Indeed. I'm a bit of a late bloomer compared to her, but it seems that this rare heart disease runs in my family. She had it, I bought it. What about the treatments? The ones you came to America to get for her? I tried the medication, but I'm just as unresponsive to it as she was. I suppose that's just how it is, love. So how long do you have? At last check, 2 years. I think you'd see why I'm rather eager to top her that high score sooner rather than later. As there may not be a later, see?
Now, none of that. I made peace with this ages ago. Life is, unfortunately, a fatal illness. Everybody passes in time. Mine may be sooner than others, sooner than yours, but that's just how it's going to be. The important thing is not the quantity, but the quality of that life. I'm aiming to make the most of my remaining days, raising money for charities, working on my movie ambition, enjoying time with friends, things like that.
And trying to nail the movie score in honor of your sister. Indeed. Truthfully, I'm lucky today wasn't the end. I'll have another chance. I'll have you to thank for that. Bull, bleep. Pardon? I put proffering glory above the health of my friends. I'm a douchebag. I may as well go work for Deco's Palace, yonder temple of greed and sin. Put me on the cover of Time magazine, lighting a cigar with $100 bills, and spit on my grave when I'm gone. Come now, it's not quite like that. I agreed to help you with Funplex Rising. That was my choice. I knew that high pressure could do this, and I did it anyway, for you and for me. You know why it's so important to me. You know why I'd even ignore my doctor's orders and carry on.
So if you insist on considering yourself a fool, well, I'm just as foolish. We can be proper fools together. Is that acceptable?
Yeah.
Then we have an accord.
2 years, huh? Give or take. I do want to thank you for being at my side today, through the morning and the long dark of the evening. It has helped tremendously, believe me. I'd rather think we get along, yes. Can't think of that better person to steer the ship known as the Funplex that I've chosen for my final sail. It's strange how at peace he is with the idea of dying. I can't say I'm at peace with it, not with the idea of losing him. Maybe I should let go of those feelings, not burden him with it. Not when he doesn't have long to live, or maybe it's now or never. I wish I could have more 2 years with you because I love you. Damn it? I can't get the words to come out smoothly. Not in this place, not the circumstance. This isn't fair, not at all. It's not fair for me to say this, not when you're counting down the days, but I love you, Percy. I know the timing sucks. I know I'm springing this on you all of a sudden, but I can't help it. I needed you to know. From his calm in the face of my storm, Percy offers a gentle smile.
That's sweet, you love. And I'll admit to a fondness myself. My days have certainly been brighter with you in them. I don't deny it. Oh, I was friendly with the Funplex folks indeed, but there's a certain light in that musty old arcade. Now that you're here, with me.
Still in the end, he shakes his head
I
lightly.
appreciate it, but I suspect you'd be better off with someone who can be around in your twilight years. The heart wants what the heart wants. I understand that. Sadly, mine wants to kill me. And I don't want to burden anyone else with that pain.
So now what? Well, I suppose I've provided you with a fine escape hatch, yes? So that you know I'm quite at ease with matters, and will understand you should prefer to love another. I don't know, maybe. I'm pretty mixed up right now. It has been a funny sort of day, hasn't it? You could say that again. It's been a funny sort of day, hasn't it? He offers a great big laugh, muted slightly by being weakened from the evening's events. Well, I suppose you've still got time to ponder it all. I've time, for that matter. Give it thought. Gentleman to the end, allowing me to politely back out of my words. I don't know if I really can, though, or if I will. Before I say another word, there's a sharp knock at the door, which then immediately opens. Holy bleep, Pear, what the bleep happened? They told me your heart exploded or something. Also, hi, kid. Hi? Ah, Queen Bee, how'd the tournament go? Afraid I was a bit occupied at the moment, couldn't watch the finals. Who bleeping cares? I do. I just said so, yes? Sorry. Right, I'll keep it short. I lost. Got completely and utterly owned, too. Ah, jeez. Surprisingly enough, it's not as bad as I feared. Seems that the demon actually came all this way not to kick my ass, but to scout me. He's forming a team, and wants me to join. Wait. The demon is hiring you? No more L7?
Victory!
No more L7. Way to twist defeat into a victory, eh? Another dream I nearly annihilated while trying to achieve mine. Nearly, though. Thank goodness for turns of fortune. Right, that's my story in Reader's Digest form. Now it's your turn, Pear. What the bleep, man? Nothing for you to concern yourself with, just a minor embuggerance. Oh, bull bleep. This is the same thing your sister had, isn't it? Well, it's not like Percy's only friends with me. Seems he told Queen Bee his tale, too. No wonder she rushed right over. Well, yes. How long? 2 years? Bleep! Hospital PA system chimes grabbing my attention. Your attention, please. Your attention, please. Visiting hours are now over. Visiting hours are now over. Suppose it's time for you two to head home. And don't you worry about me. I'll be out of here in the morning. Probably take a break from movie for a time, but I'll pop by the Funplex all the same. Only if you're sure, Percy. You know me, love. I'm an optimization expert. My way of keeping calm through the silliness is to optimize the happiness I can find in the time remaining to me. And that means the Funplex. The Funplex. Queen Bee offers me a ride back to the Funplex in her car. I've still got an event to wrap up and then a bus to catch back to my apartment. Neither of us really feel like talking on the way there. I'm back. Not there's much to come back to. All the plastic trophies I picked out for the high score contests are gone along with their winners. Looks like everybody's closing up shop. Ashley tidying up a bit, Naomi literally having fallen asleep at the prize desk. And Francine up way past her bedtime squinting at a computer printout.
Hello, dearie.
Oh, there you are, Raven. Gavin ran the numbers while you were out. Despite the discount on tokens, we made a tidy profit today, far above and beyond what the Funplex normally draws. From what Ashley tells me, the mood was quite jovial near the end, with many nice folks saying they planned to return. And even if the local champ didn't win, it fits his discomfort. They got to see the demon in action. That's a feather in our cap. I told you to be pleased with the news. This is what you wanted, yes? To put the Funplex on the map. Business is going to be just peachy now, especially with more lovely parties like this one. Yeah, okay, sorry. I am happy about it, just exhausted. Emotionally, mentally, and physically.
Well, for what it's worth, we're all rather exhausted, dearie. But we've got no regrets. I'd like to think I know a thing or two about dreams. Dreams and how difficult they can be to make a reality. Your dream of a thriving Funplex is going to take hard work from each and every one of us. But we're ready, willing, and able. But true, Queen Bee didn't win, and true, Percy was, hospitalized, but poor dear. But we did it. Your friends saw it through, and they do it all over again. without a doubt.
I nod, a bit numb to it all. I'm sure I feel like $1,000,000 tomorrow when Percy strolls back in and smiles, and Queen Bee's sporting her new fancy team jacket. When the daytime crowds are thick with newcomers happy to be playing the games they love, when I really get to see the efforts of what we accomplished. For now, I really just want to go to bed. You need anything else from me tonight? We're all wrapped up like a bow. I'm on my way home for a good night's sleep myself. Go home, Raven. We'll see you tomorrow. I turn the keys in the lock, slumping into the apartment.
Hi.
Raven, hi! So how'd it go? Was Funplex Rising every bit as awesome as the awesome poster I designed for it? Players went home happy and business is booming. Hooray! Why don't you look happy? It's been a long day. Well, okay. Honestly, Raven, you're an inspiration to me. You have the guts to chase your dreams. It's tough work, but I knew that Iris could find you something you'd love. And I've been wondering if I should follow in your footsteps. You want to become an arcade czar? No, silly. I mean, just try to find something to do with my life other than make coffee for executives and file their paperwork.
You got it.
Like that poster, I could try to be a graphic designer maybe. I've always loved doing stuff like that. What do you think? Except that following your dreams can run you ragged like it did to me today. It can nearly torpedo your future. It could even kill you. Is it worth it? Is it really worth all the trouble? Francine's right. I chose this path. I chose to make my life difficult in order to make my life into something. Juniper sold me out along the way, and I shall help her in return. I'm not gonna lie, it won't be easy, not by a long shot. But yeah, I think you should chase your dreams. Become an artist on your own terms.
Thank you.
I knew I had the right idea. Thanks, Raven. You need to go to bed and sleep. Tomorrow I'll make you pancakes, a reward for my hard-working arcade czar. You used to have pancakes every morning during those summer trips, right? Your mom made them? That was ages ago, Juniper, when my folks could afford trips to the shore. Juniper gets a wry smile. I think I know exactly how we can celebrate your new success. How about a beach vacation? You've cleared level 4 of Arcade Spirits. A winner is you. Now let's see your score. Percy seems to like you. He's a quiet one, but with a big heart. You've proven to be level-headed, rational, and honest. Great. Also, you've scored 13,900 points. Woohoo! Today's pizza fact is, the world's largest pizza covered 10,000 square feet and measured 140 feet across. It weighed in at 44,457 pounds. Do you want to save your game before proceeding to level 5? Okay, this is when we're getting into some different territory here. Okay, this slot is from Romancing Percy, Ashley, and then Teo. So that is the end of the video here. We got through level 4. If you're enjoying the video, if you're enjoying the series, if you're enjoying my voices, what have you, feel free to hit the like and subscribe buttons, and I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye!